So we are making this part. If you've already, hey. If you've already made this, great. I want you to still follow along and do it with me. Okay? I'm going to show you some things. Show you how I would do it and why, and then you can go from there. So what I'm going to do here is looking at this part. It looks like the front is this like L. Okay? That's the front. So that's what I'm going to make, is I'm going to make an L. It's 1/2 tall, it's 3 wide, and it's 1/2 inch thick. And the way I'm going to make this L is I'm going to just use 2 rectangles. Rectangle 1 and rectangle 2. You could use the lines. You could use a line tool. There's nothing wrong with the line tool, but look how long it took me to make that. I'll do it again. I'm going to make the rectangle that goes up. I'll make the rectangle that goes that way. Done. I already have the L. Yep. And all these lines are already perpendicular or parallel as they're supposed to be. If I were to do this with lines, I mean, it's not hard, but it does take a little bit more time. And there's also a higher propensity of making an error. One of those pairs of lines not being parallel, or 2 lines touching not being perpendicular. I'm more likely to make an error using the line tool. And it did take me longer. Now, it didn't take me a long time because I know what I'm doing, but it took me about twice as long. So the rectangle is a strategy, okay, in my opinion. And then I can dimension, oops, clicked on the wrong thing. I can dimension it, all right? So how wide's the bottom? Okay. Is it 3? I think it was 3. 3. How tall is it? 1/2. How thick are each of these things? How thick are each of these things? What are they? Like how thick are each of these? 0.5. Now, one thing I want to show you, okay, there's something called constraints. Right next to the dimension tool, you guys see that, the dimension tool? There's a thing, and it's got a drop-down arrow. And if you click on that, it has all of these constraints. So you can force lines to be parallel, perpendicular, circles to be having the same center. We call that concentric. You can force lines to be the same size as each other. Okay, a lot of different things here. Okay, so I could, for example, make this line right here and this line right here. I could force those to be the same size. I only have the dimension 1. I'm not going to do that because if I were to change this part, it might turn out I only want to change one of those dimensions. But constraints can save you some time. I'm going to click on my dimension tool, 0.5, 0.5. Okay? And I'm done. I'm done. Now I'm going to extrude this. How wide, how deep back am I going to extrude it? 1. If you don't know, it says right here, up here, 1. Okay? So I'm going to extrude it. I got to make 3 clicks, but that's not too bad. Now, before I click the green check mark, this shape, if you look at it, is symmetrical about the middle, about the center of those holes. You see that? Yeah? Okay? So what I'm actually going to do here is when I extrude it, I'm actually going to click this thing called symmetric. What am I clicking? And what it does, toggle it. See what it does here. And instead of extruding it completely forward or to the left of the plane I drew it, if I do symmetric, it goes equal distances. It's the same width, 1 inch, but half of it came out forward and half of it went out backwards. So that plane, that front plane that I drew it on, is going to split the shape in half. Questions? when your parts have symmetry, this is not a bad thing to do. Click the green check mark. I'm done. Now, what do you guys want to do next? The holes or rounding the front?
Rounding.
Want to round the front? Okay. So what do I click on to do that? Like what's the name of the tool? Begins with an F. Fillet. Very good. It's right here. Fillet, fillet. We are filleting our shape. Sure, we'll go with that. Okay, fillet. So I'm going to click on this, and it says click the things you want to fillet. I'm going to click on this edge right here. Don't click on the surface. If you click on a surface, it tries to round every single edge of the surface, okay, which we don't want. So I'm going to click just this edge here, and then I'm going to click just this edge over here. Okay? You can see which ones I selected. All right? Now, what's the radius of the fillet? Okay, it's 0.5. Basic math. I got to fillet both corners. If the diameter of this semicircle is 1, the radius is 0.5. I respect the hat, my dude. 0.5. Easy. We good? Yeah? Okay, now it's time to do the holes. So I'm going to sketch. On top of here. Okay? I'm going to sketch on top of here. And there's two ways you can do this. You can draw circles, or you can place points and use the hole feature. Since these are just circles, I'm just going to draw circles. Okay? Some of you may have seen that hole feature or whatever. That's like if you're trying to make holes where they're like threaded, or like you can have like V-shaped countersinks or cylindrical countersinks, or like for like putting screws in and stuff. That's a little bit more complicated. So I'm sketching on this top part. And you'll notice, because I did the original extrusion symmetrically, this plane here already cuts my shape in half. How convenient. And some of you may have realized you can do the center point circle. And I don't have to measure where the center of the circle is up and down, because that plane already cut it in half. So I just plop the center of my circle on that line. How convenient. This is the power of using your resources. By doing that symmetric extrusion, I save myself time in the future. I could just place those circles already on that plane that cut the shape in half. And then I go and I look at my drawing, and I need to make the center of this circle is 0.5 from this crevice. These dimensions are almost always to the center of the circle. So when I dimension, I'm going to click the center of this circle, and I'm going to go to this line here, and that's 0.5. And then I'm going to dimension from the center of this circle to the center of this circle, and that's 1. What was the diameter of the circles? What's the diameter of the circles? If you look here, it looks like a no smoking sign. This symbol means diameter. Okay? They use an R for radius, and they use that symbol for diameter. So I'm going to put 0.5. Now, do you see how it says the word type afterwards? That's actually short for typical. What that means is that you can assume all the other circles are the same size. That's what that's telling you. So if there were 6 circles and only one of them was dimensioned and it said tip at the end or type, you can just assume that they're all the same size. So I'm actually going to go to my constraints here. Where am I going? There's this drop down arrow next to dimensions. Here's dimension. Here's a drop down arrow next to it. Okay, I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to choose the Equal constraint. What am I choosing? Equal. And how do I make two things equal? I choose equal here. I click on the first thing. And then I click on the second thing. And it'll make those two circles the same size. If I change the dimension from 0.5 to say 0.8, they both get resized. And then I can extrude to cut. I choose the Remove tab. I'm going to click on that circle, and I'm going to click on that circle. And instead of choosing blind, where I have to manually type a number in that may or may not be correct, I'm going to click here. What do you think I should choose instead of blind? Okay? In this context, either up to next or through all would be most appropriate. I'm going to go with up to next. Don't even have to type in a number. And it'll cut through both of those. And I am done. Easy.
How do you get rid of the thing that says right, top, and left?
Huh?
Like the
Oh, those planes, when you go over the planes over here on the left side, you click the eyeball to hide them.
planes left side. Oh, I see.
You can make it look pretty if you want. Pretty like me. I'm very pretty. Anybody who says otherwise is just being rude. No. Imagine being good at life, though. What is that like? I don't know either. All right, I got a beautiful shape. Easy. We have any questions? Sure. I was top tier. Okay. We done? All right. You ready to make cars?
Wait, what?
Cars. Ben, are you ready to make a car?
I think we never did do that. Maybe.
I think you're ready. I think it's time. I think it's time. I think it is. What?
No,
I think it's time. All right. How many of you are in here?
17.
No, I think it's 15.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Landon, are you going to actually make anything?
12, 13, 14.
Okay, so 14.
Well, without 2 people, that's no 1 people.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4,
It's 13.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus Alex Peterson, who's not here today, is 15. There's 15 people in the roster. What?
Why is he not here today? 15 people on the roster.
I don't know. I'm not his keeper.
13 to 5.
But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I got 14 cards, I think. Maybe 15 or 16. So each of you can get your own card. Come up and get one. It's first come, first serve. Well, I need a card.
I really need to go to
Taking this truck. It's yours.
I get the locker review.
Are we just supposed to do this or
Get your car and go.
Are we just supposed to do this?
I'm gonna show you guys how to make that stuff.
Okay.
Should I take the minivan?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have a kid someday.
I will.
I already have a kid actually.
Here, I'll take it.
You want the minivan?
Yeah.
What?
My car is not moving.
For my kids. For my car.
cars left. So pick one.
I'll take the minivan
I'll take the minivan
for my kids.
for your kids.
Yeah.
How many kids you got?
7.
7. You've
And my car is glass.
you've been playing the game. Respect.
They don't like to play the game.
I don't hate either. I got nothing against my main man Ryan. What you talking about?
Bro, my car is glass.
Okay.
I got my car.
Now, listen up. Listen up. In order to make these, you're going to have to measure some stuff. So leave your car on your desk. I need you to come back here and get a pair of calipers. Maybe a nice black carbon fiber caliper. These are old
Wait, can you give me
metal
one?
ones that were analog.
Wait, give me one.
Look at they are. Look at this. Get a pair of calipers.
Blake's car.
Amazing. Top notch. Best in class.
Well.
Absolute Chaz they are.
No. My car is glass. Dude, my car is not old. Are we gonna be making these cars? Can I go to the bathroom? These things are like brand new. Like it smells. Chad, turn them on. It smells like Home Depot.
All right.
Chad.
Let's talk about the cars and the calipers and how the calipers work. First things first. Listen, because you're going to really upset me if you do this wrong. If you push the battery in, oh wait, why does the battery need to be pushed in? Because if you shake them, they might turn on automatically. Okay? So, when you're done today, you need to pop the battery back out so that they do not accidentally turn on after you put them away. Do we understand this? What do you need to do before you put them away?
Unplug the battery.
Pop the battery out. You don't need to take it all the way out. Just make sure it's not fully connected.
How is it negative?
Okay, now, calipers. First thing you should always do once the battery's in and you turn it on is make sure they're closed all the way and click on 0. Don't be a dutz. 0. And it should say 0 point something. Now,
0.01.
we can work in millimeters or inches. What do you guys want to work in?
Millimeters.
Okay, we will work in millimeters. So make sure that you push the mode button on the left until it says millimeters. It's going to go to the nearest hundredth of a millimeter.
Is it MM
Okay.
millimeter?
Yes, mm is
Okay,
millimeter.
this is about right. It's more like this. Hang on, let me adjust it. What's 8 millimeters?
What do you know about 8 millimeters?
That's humongous.
Well, 8 millimeters is,
Is that big?
yeah,
That's
Look at
gigantic.
8 millimeters.
okay, moving on. So,
You're so inappropriate.
if you look at your calipers, there are, gentlemen, pay attention. There are 3 ways that you can use these to measure stuff. If you open them up, you'll notice there's teeth on the bottom and on the top. The teeth on the bottom that are bigger, they have straight edges on the inside. You use those to measure stuff by going on the outside. The smaller teeth up top have their straight edges on the inside.
Those for the wheels.
Those are for measuring gaps on the inside, like this. Like if I want to measure the internal width of this hole, I would use the small teeth on the top. In general, your straight edges are what should be touching whatever you're measuring.
Can I know this? Yo, chat. What if we don't
Big ones go around, small ones go inside.
Chat.
Now, if you separate the teeth, you'll notice that this thing sticks out. That is on purpose.
I think that's possible.
That is what you use to measure the depths of holes.
How's that?
Yeah.
That's big brain.
Okay? So you actually have 3 ways
That's big brain.
you can measure stuff.
It's 81 millimeters long. Jack.
Your car's too big.
Jack.
All right. What I need you to do, this is going to take a while. So we're going to do this over the course of several classes.
I can't measure the whole length of the car.
All right. What I need you to do,
Like that.
chill out.
Wait, what do you guys
Chill out.
do about
What I need you to do, hey, listen. What I need you to do, I need you to get the middle piece, the piece that has the people.
Oh, I have a lot of people.
You'll get the middle one, not the back one. Get the middle one. We're going to make this first.
Wait, you can take them. What?
Take them apart.
I don't want to break it. Guys, take it out.
Nope.
Yeah.
I did it.
This is
Oh.
6 inches.
Ooh.
Look at all my kids.
I don't know.
Oh, it's a
That
fraction.
Okay?
Bro, you have 8 kids?
Right now it's 7. That one's mine.
So, we are going to make this in on shape. So what I want you to do, go to on shape. Gentlemen, hey, listen up. Go to on shape. We're going to create a folder. What are we creating? A folder.
How do you do that?
Talk to me.
Well, you click on create and you choose
Folder.
folder.
Now what's the name?
And we're going to call this
Kids.
Automoblocks car.
I call it car.
You can call it car. That's fine. That's fine.
Car.
Oh my god, I clicked document. My kids car.
All right, Automoblocks car.
Got it. No, car.
You really steal my mind like that? No, I'm finished.
Okay, so now what do we do with folder? Think about it. I can put the back and the front. Don't talk to my mom like that. Oh, this is the front.
So then you can, down here, this getting started, click this arrow to make it go away. This little tiny arrow that's in front of the words getting started with on shape to collapse all that. That'll save you, that'll like make it all, that'll give you a lot more space.
I'm in my folder.
And then you should be able to see your folder.
Yeah, I already have that.
Okay, so get inside the folder, and when you're inside the folder, you'll click create document.
Chat.
We'll call this the body. Okay? What are we calling this? Body. All right. Easy. Easy. Absolutely easy. Now, we're going to make this as simple as we can. All right? We're going to try and start off simple, and then we'll complicate it one step at a time. What?
Are we gonna add the document into the folder after?
No, dude, you open the folder, and when you're in the folder, you create the document. I literally just did that.
What do we call it? I forgot.
Body.
Body.
Oh, my Lord.
Look, driving.
Broadly speaking, what shape is this?
Square. Rectangle.
It's more like a rectangle, right? So what we're going to do, hey now, chill.
That's the
Gentlemen, we're going to create a rectangle. Okay? So, in order to make this rectangle, who's it for? Okay. Noah. You've been summoned. Have fun, don't die. Alright. So, we are going to get started. We're going to draw a rectangle. What are we drawing?
You do the front, the back, the middle, the side.
I'm going to do sketch, and I'm going to sketch on the front plane. Easy.
Sketch.
Sketch on the front plane.
I'm in front.
Now, you are welcome to do this in any way that works, but I am going to do it the way I'm doing it because I think that way makes most sense. But you know what?
My way.
You do you. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle
So we got the rectangle tool.
right here. Okay? I'm going to click on the drop down arrow. What am I clicking on?
And they click corner.
Okay? There's these three different ways of drawing rectangles.
Can I just corner one?
Okay? The corner one is the most common. You can also do a center point rectangle. Where might you put the center of your rectangle?
On the origin.
Yeah, you could just put it on the origin. Okay? You totally could do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to actually center my rectangle about the origin. Easy. Hey. Get out of here. Now, how tall is your rectangle? Well, take your calipers, close them all the way.
Thank you, Simpleton.
I don't know what that was about. That was weird.
Wait, which one are we doing? Center point?
Take. I did center point, and I centered it on the origin. You're going to take your calipers. You're going to zero them, and then you're going to use the big teeth. You're going to go around. You're going to measure the height. Okay?
Yes, sir.
What did you guys get?
Wait, what do we do?
Oh, no.
Measure the height.
Oh, yeah.
Can I just do a normal rectangle?
Oh, that's big. 38.
Yeah, I got about 38 as well.
They come up. Yeah, me too. Yo, chat, wait.
I got 38.6.
I got 38.8.
I got 38.60. I think around number 39.
Huh?
Yeah, I got 38.9.
Do in the middle.
We're in the middle?
The middle piece.
I got 38.6.
You got the green truck? It's the one that had the people in it.
Oh, I'm taking my people out. They can stuff it.
Wow, what a guy.
Mine is at 38.4. 38.70.
They'll have different bottoms.
Okay, I'm pretty close to 38.5. I don't think it's worth going beyond a tenth of a millimeter. I'm going to be really honest with you.
So I think we're 38.
So chill out. All right, mine was 38.5. Actually, if you do millimeters, you better type mm after your number. Yeah.
So what do we put? 38.5?
You can actually, hold on. You should all do this. You should all know how to do this anyway. I want you to click the menu button up here. The 3 lines. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah? Hey. You all do this. All of you do this. Pay attention.
So I can't. What?
Click the menu button up here, the 3 lines,
Got it.
and go to Workspace Units. What are you going to?
Work-based units.
And change the length default unit to millimeter.
Alright, let me press check. Are we good?
I don't care about those because we're not doing any of those things right now.
Alright, I clicked check.
So millimeter. You click the green check mark. Okay. Go back in your sketch.
Oh,
Can we stop singing?
this is my millimeter right here.
How wide is your body?
How wide is it?
Okay, get your calipers and measure how wide it is.
It's not. Oh wait, it is. Wait. Stop. 81.70.
I'm not saying you're right or wrong, but what you get, it's what you get.
81.80.
What do you need? Oh my god, click the 3 lines.
Ma, man.
I got 80.
I got 81.
I got 80.5.
Dude, this.
I'm getting 79.
I have this.
You have this.
Mine's small. This is humongous.
Yeah, I know.
Look at that. Why am I on degrees?
This is like 2 whole inches bigger than mine.
Okay, I'm getting 79. That's what I'm going with.
I got 38.
You get what you get.
Does it have to be like exactly 80?
Wait, what'd you get?
8?
No, I would go to the nearest tenth. So, it's like a 38.5, 79.0.
So I'm just gonna get 80.
What'd you get?
I got 80.
You get what you get. Okay, don't sweat it too much. Okay, guys, don't sweat it too much. You can always change it later. All right, you can always change it later.
Are we gonna like curve it like this?
We will later. Now, you could curve these right here in the sketch, or What feature would you use to curve them afterwards? Fillet, okay? So, it's a personal preference thing, all right? It is a personal preference thing. If you look at them, though, I'm going to be real with you. I don't know that they're actually parts of a circle. Look at them carefully.
What?
They look almost more like parts of like an ellipse, if I'm being honest.
My card isn't
In any case, we're going to just pretend that they're, circular. We're going to pretend. Do you guys want to make it circular in the sketch, or do you want to make it circular on the shape?
circular on the shape.
Okay.
I don't know the difference, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, me neither. What is it?
Well, let's do it right here. Right here. Sketch, fillet.
Are we still in the same sketch?
Yeah, I'm still in the sketch. You're still, make sure you should only have one sketch at this point.
I don't see the fillet one.
It's right there by the scissors.
Oh, I think this is fillet. No, that is sketch fillet.
You can click on that. Now,
No, let's click the corner of that.
when you do your fillet in a sketch, you don't click on a corner. Well, I guess you can. You guess you can.
I clicked on the dot.
You can click on two edges as well. Like you can click on an edge and then an edge. Or you can just click on a dot. Alright?
Do I leave it default?
Are we supposed to do every corner round?
Yep.
How do
Now,
I
watch here. If I place a fillet, 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 fillet,
We can do all.
and then after I've done all four of them, I left click off here. Do you see how there's that green check mark on the mouse?
See.
But only if I'm like way over here. Now it knows or assumes you want all four of those fillets to be the same size.
Whoa, what just happened?
So you need a ballpark how big that fillet is. So you'll just take your calipers and just kind of put it up there and just ballpark how wide the curved part
I
is.
think it's 10.
I changed that. But what is it?
It should definitely be more than 10.
More than 10?
I'm getting somewhere between 5 and 6.
That's dread. Look at this. Alright, take it. Give me
Oh, I got 5. I'm putting 6 now.
man. How do you tell the curvedness? The curvedness.
I got 6. Mine's looking so great.
Because that's the fillet thing.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm going to go with 8.
8.
Wait, what are we supposed to be measuring?
I put 6.
So what I'm doing is I am looking at the wood transitions from being straight to curved.
Yeah.
And I'm ballparking, putting the edge of one of my caliper's teeth kind of like where it transitions from like straight to curve, and then I just move the other tooth to be flush with the very edge of the shape. It's very ballparky. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you.
It looks good.
So it's about, for me, it was about 8. So I just went with 8. Oh my God, what is that creature? What is that?
Oh my god, it's 8.
Oh no. Oh no, there's 2 of them. Oh my Lord.
Welcome.
I think it's
Do you
like
have
the
something
8
for me?
times 10.
We got permission to stay here for the rest of the hour.
we got permission to do
Oh my God. From who? From Stringer?
Yeah.
What a baller.
For real.
Okay.
Double pin, it's smaller. I think it's like 7.
Then put 7. Like put what you think it
See, when
is.
you measure on the thing, it's 7.
Put what you think it is. I'm not saying you're wrong. Like, put what you think it is.
It's gonna
I
be
said you smell like Powerade.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to click the green check mark, and I'm going to extrude it. Before I put a number in, think about something I did earlier. What might be a nice thing to make this nice and beautiful? Hey, guys,
Give it a compliment.
what are you doing?
Yeah, come on. What?
Stop trolling.
Give it a compliment.
No. There's a setting I checked here earlier today.
Mine is 8 inches.
Well,
Symmetric. Let's make it symmetric. And then you got to measure the length of it. And I don't know what the length of yours is. It's going to be different for different cars. I will tell you that.
81.
Yeah, it's pretty close for me as well.
what are we talking about here?
I got 81.
I got 80.3.
I'm trying to put 80.
No.
I put it in the,
Put what it is, dude.
oh, it's 81. Nothing, because it's just 81.
Boom. What is it?
81. Yes, 81.
81.
And we got a body. And I would recommend you actually rename these.
Or not.
Rename these.
Oh, what?
Main body.
Is that the front? Main body? I got 80.
Main body.
81. It's 81.
What the flip? My screen just froze. Well,
Okay.
my screen froze.
Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to make some assumptions.
We're gonna assuming genders.
We are assuming gender, sure. We're going to assume a few things. We're going to assume that this object is symmetric about the center line.
I have 2 daughters.
So this hole, gentlemen, we're going to assume that this hole is the same distance from the left edge as it is the right edge. We are not going to assume it's the same distance from top and bottom or front and back of the car. It might be, but we're not going to assume that. We will, however, assume it's the same distance from the left as it is from the right. Make sense? Yeah?
The square.
Yeah? So, no, it's not necessarily a square. It's just the distance from the left side of the car and the distance from the right side of the car are going to be the same. So, I'm going to draw on there, I'm going to draw a rectangle, but I'm going to draw a center point rectangle.
We're supposed to make a center. Wait.
I'm drawing a center point rectangle.
How do you get it? So when I go to the top,
I
it's just on one
click
side.
on the cube. Click on the
No,
big
it's
cube.
just on one side. Like, blocks are just on one side. Under. How do you get the split in half?
We do all the same car.
When I did my extrusion, I did symmetrical extrusion.
Are we cooking extrude?
Now, we are not assuming that this square or rectangle,
Kids 1.
gentlemen, you need to pay attention and calm down. I don't want to say any names, but I know some of you are going to struggle with this. So what we're going to do is we are going to make an assumption that it is the same distance from the left and the right. We are not going to assume it's the same distance from the front as it is from the back. So when I do this center rectangle, center point rectangle, I want my center to be on this line. I am not necessarily going to put on the origin though. Don't put it on the origin. Don't lock it to the origin. It might end up being there, but we don't know that right now. So I'm going to do it off center from the origin. Okay? There it is. Are we good?
No.
Well, get good.
Wait, go chat. How big is this? Oh,
It's measured.
Okay. Reassemble your car. What is the important thing you need to do to your calipers before you put them away?
rebuild them.
The calipers?
The battery.
Pop the battery. Do it now.
How do you do that?
Use your thumbnail, my dude. Oh, my lord.
I got it, chat.
Is that a cord?
Go pop. It's not a quarter, it's a battery.
It's a battery.
Don't try and, it's not a quarter, don't try and take it out. Good lord. Pop the battery. Put the calipers away. Assemble your car. Put your car away. Do not leave me any messes. Okay? Do not leave me any messes. Pop the battery. Put the calipers away. Reassemble your car. Put the cars away.
My family is not fitting in this car. Stop saying
Is that a
chat.
fake tag? Is that a fake tag?
Oh, calipers, put away. cars put away. Do not leave me any messages.
I know.
I do not like messages.
This one and then the ones in the back.
I did.
And then the ones in the sharp. Man, no, I want this sharp right here. Look. Go through the numbers. Yeah. This is neat. But yours is there, it's just black.
What's my wife saying?
Dude, this man over here be playing The Sims with the freaking Autoblocks car.
Sims is crazy.
Dude, my car looks a little messed up.
This guy's a legend.
Backwards.
It's not my car.
It's recorded.